I have two prominent men here. They are owners of certain channels, and I would like them to introduce themselves. We have the one of Oladipo 123 TV and that of White Brain TV. The CEOs are here. You can take advantage of that, check through their channel. You can see what they have actually discussed, which have actually contributed to the development of this our country called Nigeria because of their vital professional expert means of when it comes to times of marriage. All right, before I do that, I would like to, because you are just in two gentlemen here, you don't know which of them own the certain channel I just mentioned now. So the man by my right here, the man with the red cap, and that of the blue cap. But let's start with the man with the red cap. So with the man with the red cap, please, can you tell us more about yourself and your channel before we proceed?
Good afternoon, viewers, anywhere you are watching us around the world. My name is Mr. Oladipo Peter, Oladipo 123 TV. We really appreciate you listening, watching our program, and we are very happy that you have been our loyal subscriber, and we continue to appreciate you. Thank you very much once again.
All right, Mr. Man with the blue top, please, can you talk more about
Thank you very much for this wonderful opportunity. I'm Oladimeji Agboke, CEO, co-founder, White Brains TV. And I'm really glad to be here today to be part of this wonderful experience. I say thank you, and for those of the fans out there, please keep subscribing and keep watching us, and we promise to always bring something top-notch from time to time. Thank you.
All right, gentlemen, you are welcome to this interview, and I believe you have a lot to tell those who are out there when it comes to what the discussion of the topic is all about. Sir, today we want to talk about marriage. The marriage issue, just want to look at why are we having much broken home these days, where you see somebody who just got married today and the next day you discover that such marriage, or they have go to court to separate themselves for such marriage, or maybe there is a dispute here and there. So let's start with the man with the blue, the White Brain TV. Can you throw more light on what I just said now?
The issue with marriage these days is people actually rush into it. There is a glitch because someone else is doing it. I want to also do it because someone else is breeding and having offspring. Then you also want to do it. So they don't come down to the top-notch aspect, or let me say they don't take the proper decision laid down before they venture into what's that thing, that journey, that path, that storyline, that new career. They don't take their time to actually venture into it. And at longer point, what happens is once there is a glitch, there is no how, there won't be a stability. And what marriage needs the most is stability. It needs stable. It needs good surveillance.
All right. So you said the marriage actually new surveillance and stability should be implemented when it comes to marriage. Mr. Oladipo 123 TV, do you agree with what White Brain TV just said now? The CEO of White Brain TV just said concerning the topic at hand.
Yes, I agree. But most of the problem most youths have today before entering marriages, they don't have solid foundation. Before you get married, you have to court. And during courtship, that is when you know the attitude, the behavior, the likes,
exactly,
and the dislikes of the person you are going to spend the rest of your life with. Another problem people see is that they always see marriage as a contract which you can terminate, but they forgot something, that marriage is a lifelong contract. This is something you sign, that you will be with your partner for the rest of your life. So if you have a strong foundation, I think if they can work on a very strong foundation, problems will be minimal when they enter into the marriage.
All right, what you are saying that there should be a strong concrete relationship, courtship. For how many years this courtship should go before you now know your spouse very well? Like what you said now, like it should be a foundation. So like how many years? Before you proceed to give another answer, sometimes you see some people who just go into relationship 6 months, 6 weeks or 2 weeks, even a day, maybe through family connections and there. I don't know if you are familiar with that, Mr. Whitebrain. Yeah. So like what he said, I say foundation is just the key. Before you know, you want to know
the cutting stage.
So the cutting stage. But do you agree with that? Haven't you see where maybe just family connection, just 1 day or 2 days, marriage occur, and that lady will still keep that policy of marriage?
The whole situation also boils down to understanding. If you meet a partner, I've been in a situation whereby I caught with a girl and we didn't spend up to 3 months and I proposed to her.
But what about the question?
And there are cases whereby you see the same case, it's a very long journey and they don't still even get to the stage of proposing.
To the lady, what was the outcome of that proposal?
The outcome was, when I proposed to her, I got to find out that she's not calm and she's toxic. Because that was what I didn't get to fish out before the proposing.
All right, let's go back to Mr. Oladipo. Please, you just still lay emphasis on the foundation. I believe you are married. Can you tell us more? How do you discover your wife, and why you so? What makes you still believe that you are in the right hand of this marriage?
Thank you, Mr. Godwin. Well, there is no way you can meet your marriage partner anywhere, and there is no specific amount of days or years that you need to date or court before you get married. Can date for 2 years, 3 years. You have seen 5, 6 years.
But you make emphasis on foundation. I don't know. You understand what I'm trying to put. You say foundation. The foundation there must be a concrete foundation, meaning you have to understand your spouse.
Let me boil in there.
Okay.
On the issue of foundation, it's all someone that, did you take necessary precaution? Did you make the necessary move? Did you open up to each other? Did you actually let her know that this is the kind of person you are and this is the way you grew up?
But sometimes women always hide their identity, and because they have.
They do, but if you get to the level of courtship or courting, then it should be an exposed thing. That is why. That is also dictates if the marriage will be stable or not.
When you are eager, there are some certain. I read about a certain book. There are certain attitude of age where you see some women, they will just say, let me get any man to get married to.
And that's because the stage has actually occurred in the past. The break of acting and
so when you see a woman who's up to maybe around 40 and you want to start courtship, she actually have time for that, Mr. Oladipo? A woman of 40 or 45, and you are not telling him to court her for 6 months. Do you see that your foundation, can you actually work on that?
Well, it is still possible for a woman of 40
to court for a year or maybe 2 years. To court
for 6 months or 1 year.
So what range of courtship would you give to a woman of 45 and maybe you are the same range or you are 47? And what range of time would you give for such foundation before you get married to her?
I can advise her their courtship will be around 6 months to 1 year.
So that is a fundamental.
Because by 6 months to 1 year, you would have
able to understand
the person you are staying with. Because some of his or her behavior, inadvertently, we always crop up.
Okay. Although since we are trying to talk about the marriage, but the aims of our topic is why are we having a broken home? That is what the topic is all about. Why are we having a broken home? So thank God you were able to just give us an intro of what the foundation of the marriage is said to be. So, Mr. Whitebrain, can you tell us, since you are married, last time you told us about the breakup you have in your marriage. You have a certain breakup in your marriage and something on call. So I think you tell us more about that. What happened? Why do you have that similar breakup?
Okay.
Within a couple of just 2 weeks.
Few months and it's blown.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
The issue is, Marriage is more or less like a flower you keep, and if you don't water it, then it won't grow and germinate and go to another stage.
Okay.
No stage, the change is significant, and change is always constant. Whatever changes and grows, that is what you actually like grow interest for and actually give more value to. So if marriage is like a plant that you need to put water on for it to germinate and pass through a procedure and grow into something you admire when you see it, then I think what we should do is there should be rooms for couples, or let me say relationship holders, boyfriend and girlfriend, people dating. There should be an opportunity for them to actually grow themselves. You water me and I water you. I'm not talking about the financial aspect alone.
The area I'm talking at is, I just want you to just summarize everything.
Okay.
Why do we have
on the sum up notion is because we don't plan on growing each other. Rather, we see from our own selfish angles. This is what I want. This is what I have to get from this person. You don't even care if she likes it or not. That is what you still want to do. So the problem is being selfish, and it's always been selfish because it is a relationship. So you want a desire, you want a seat in it.
Mr. Ladipo, do you agree? Sorry for cutting you short.
No problem.
Do you agree with what he just said? Because the question I'm looking at the reason the question I asked them, why are we having a broken home? Why you see a lot of that you see a single mothers in our society, and this single mother, they are not ready to go back to man. They will always tell you the man is always the same. We are coming to the end of this interview, but I just want you guys to just think, because I will have to ask you one question right now. Why do you still see in a broken home? Are these women, are they having fun of doing this, or maybe is the culture? It's just what their new policy of bringing those things into our society, or they are trying to follow the white man's ways of living. So let me start by Oladipo 1 to TV.
Thank you very much.
So you just have 1 minute to discuss about that, sir.
There will always be broken because one trends that is happening in the world today. Trends. You see, people are more independent than previously. And what is going on around the world, which people see as norms and normal, people tend to follow the trend. The another thing those days why we have less broken home is the morality in the society, the fear of God. Those days when people have the fear.
So what you are saying, and religion have been debated from one angle now, just like the modern world we find ourselves. The global world now, it seems that religion is not having its full fit to make marriage being solid at this time.
Yes,
that is what you are trying
religion
to do.
Religion has a less grip on people.
Yeah,
okay. All right. Because of time frame, and you can see we are about to round up this channel. Mr. Whitebrain, to round up this aspect, what do you think we should do to stop this continuity of having?
Let's be truthful and let's plan to grow each other. Too simple, right?
All right. So your advice to the people out there, and just to give them a word of advice, so that we can have a stable home, a stable family, and where children will not be having different kind of father from different sources, and there will be a lovely family in future. So just a word from each other of you. So let's start with the Whitebrain TV. So
as for me, on a single word, let's always know what we want, not just go for our cravings. Let's always endeavor to know what we really want. It really matters a lot.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Whitebrain TV. Mr. Oladipo, just a summary of your word concerning this, bro. So what is the solution do you think we should put across so that we'll be having a stable home?
Well, for me, just learn to endure, overlook your spouse or your partner's error. Just cope, because nobody, you cannot somebody who is 100%.
All right. Okay. Yeah, you can hear from both parties. They are all married, and they know why they are still home, are still in a solid position. Not that they don't have their up and down. They have some series of things they are passing through, but they were able to. Although there's an idea that say teeth and tongue used to fight, but nobody separate them. They have to separate themselves. So that I think they have actually hit the nail on the head. They are experts in terms of marriage, and as you see, I think their marriage. So this, I think he has a marriage which is up to like 25 years old now. And this is just 20 years old in marriage now, so they all have what it takes. Also, gentlemen, I really appreciate you coming for this event. May the Lord continue to bless you. So please kindly subscribe to their channel because they have a lot for you guys. Go to Oladipo 123 TV and you will see the gentleman there with red giving you the marriage coach, because he's an expert in marriage coach, and not leaving the other man with blue, which is the man in what we call the intellectual man when it comes to terms of relationship. And when you go there, you will see some good vibe. He have actually said, I want to actually move me. One of your channel was the secret of making a woman happy, and I think that is a very good. So continue to do that. I really appreciate. God bless you. Thank you. So we'll see you in the next an episode of this our channel. God bless you very much.